Oh, look at that. So this is running off the MiSTer. This is the PlayStation Core on the MiSTer. And so tonight, we're going to be checking out Activision Classics. This was a 1998 release for the original PlayStation. I don't... I'm going to check the volume levels here because I got this weird feeling like it's going to be... We're waiting. Are you guys hearing game audio? Oh, I forgot I did this last time. I've got it muted. I've got it. Is it, how's the volume? Is it alright? I forgot that. I actually have it muted, so I can't hear it. So it's literally working the way I set it up. It's just, I forgot. It's one of those, you ever have those things where you outsmart yourself? It's literally I outsmarted myself. This is Activision. The actual name is a collection of Activision game classics or something, but it says Activision Classics, a collection of, what does that say? 30 games for the Atari 2600, but everybody just calls this Activision Classics. The core, I've noticed that the core doesn't always play sounds right. Listen to this. Well, it played it perfect. Before when I did it, maybe it wasn't done loading or something like that and it cut out a little bit, but so this is 1998 for the original PlayStation. Let's go through and see everything that's on here. It says 30 games. I think I probably had over the, I collected Atari games for a long time. And I have most of these. We've got Atlantis, Barnstorming, Boxing, Chopper Command, Cosmic Commuter. I don't think I've ever played that. Crackpots. Let's see here. Dolphin. Here's a funny story. I went to we used to have a computer store here called Secondhand Software, and then it changed hands, and I went before it closed, but it was a shell of its former self, and I went and they had a case of unopened copies of Dolphin. It said Atari games, and I opened it, and there was 30 copies of Dolphin. I bought one. I only bought one, but if I'd have known what would happen with the collecting market later, I would have bought them all. Here's Todd, what's his name? The high score guy, Dragster, Enduro, Fishing, Freeway, Frostbite, Grand Prix, H.E.R.O. Boy, there's a lot of games on here. Keystone Kapers. We've played that on the Commodore before. There was a Commodore port last year. Laser Blast, Megamania, Pitfall, Plaque Attack, which is funny because Activision cartridges the labels tend to peel off from the glue, which is called Actiplaque. So Plaque Attack is there's a lot of games that look reminiscent of other games. River Raid's a classic. River Raid 2. It's one that you don't see quite as often. I don't know that I've ever seen River Raid 2. Seaquest, Skating, Spider Fighter, Stampede, Tennis, and back to Atlantis. I'm going to start off with Atlantis just because it is the first game in the list. But if you have any of these that are your favorites, let me know in the chat, and I will try to make sure that I get to them sometime tonight. Atlantis is pretty simple. It's a pretty simple game. You've got a couple of gun turrets. You have to shoot these things, these ships that come by. Ooh. Like that. Ooh. Not like that. You know, I thought Atlantis was from a Magic 2. And it did have a little bit of a different label that it showed on there, so I'm not sure what they're trying to pull. Oh boy. He shot my city. Yeah, I wonder why this is in here. I wonder if they got the rights to it or something. Oh. Look at that. Hope y'all are happy. You just made me destroy Atlantis. Not so good. I think now we all know what happened to Atlantis. They put me in charge of trying to save it. Oh boy. This game's going to be called Poseidon Adventure. Yeah, I like Cosmic Art. Cosmic Art is a little bit more or quad directional. Like you got a little bit more action. Probably a 4K, 8K cartridge. You're only gonna get so much action out of it. There's one ship that almost looks like a Battlestar Galactica, like a Viper or something. Oh no. Coming for me now. You know, I would say, this is on the MiSTer, so there's not a lot of speed controls. Now there were game setting controls, so you can set the different difficulty levels. So maybe I'm playing on a different difficulty level than normal. Oh, I thought I was dead. To be honest with you, this is not one that I played that often. So if it's off a little bit, I probably wouldn't notice. Oh no. I do feel like I'm kind of pulling my weight and saving. Oh no. So if you go into, and by the way, one of the great things about playing PlayStation on the MiSTer is that I'm using a PlayStation controller. It's PS3 to USB. You can continue, you can restart, you can change your controller, you can set your difficulty settings. You can change audio, TV, load game, or save game. But what we're going to do is we're going to quit, rage quit. So what I recently did, and it was one of the easiest things in the world, was I added a external hard drive to my MiSTer, and then I copied my PlayStation game collection over to the external hard drive. So that was pretty simple. And then you can put the whole collection over there. Barnstorming. This is not one that I played a lot as a kid. But here we are now. You can see in the background, by the way, you got to call out the very classic and one of their Activision's calling cards was the Activision Sunset, which they added to most of their games that had backgrounds. So, to be a Barnstormer, you got to go over those. You got to go through barns. Oops. Now, I will, in my own defense, will say that I have, oh no, the game running on my computer screen, and it's like about a second delay, so I could see, oh boy, messed up. Let's speed this party up. There we go. Oh boy. Am I supposed to be knocking those guys forward? I don't remember. That kind of seems like Stampede, doesn't it? Well, a minute 6:26. Oh, that pauses. Oh, that's the black and white button. All right, let's reset. Yeah, I should have some white chicken feathers. Well, that sound effect sounds familiar. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good. You know, I'm not pressing pause. Alright. We done stormed that barn. We got a lot of games to go through. We've got 30 games. We're not going to be playing all of them. Okay. Hope I don't need to reset the core. Alright, boxing. Now, this was a... You know, when I first saw this game for the very first time, I thought... I didn't understand what it was. I thought it was a side view of a guy, and that his head was bobbing, and then he was kicking with his feet or something. I didn't realize it was a top-down view. I was a little slow. Eventually you'll be able to do Windows in MiSTer. Well, you can. They've got Windows 95 and Windows 98 running on the AO 486 thing. So in theory, you probably could. I think it might run pretty slow, but to run an emulator on top of that. So this is boxing, and let's continue. I can't seem to start it. Yes. Yeah. What am I missing here? Controller 1. Oh, I didn't even think. Reset L1, L2. I wasn't even thinking about those keys. R1 and R2 are the difficulties, so L1 game reset. Action button, TV type, nothing. Okay, so let's cancel. There we go. Now I'm coming for you, buddy. So it just when you press the button, it just launches whichever fist is closer to the other guy's face. Why is it pausing? I think I've got something wrong with my controller here. Hang on. Let's reset. Or I've got to reboot the core, one or the other. Alright. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to reboot the core real quick. It wasn't doing this earlier, but then it started whenever I... when did it start? Boop. Hey, Mac Apple. How are you doing? We are playing some Activision classics on... we're playing emulated Activision games. Emulated on the Sony PlayStation. Running on the MiSTer. So, we're about three levels of Inception there. Look at that. That was high-tech stuff. When I was a kid, you would never... I mean, when this came out, you would never skip that because that was so awesome. Look at that. That doesn't look like Bud at all. Alright. That's a skipper. Oh, now my side... Has that not updated over there? That can't be that far behind. Oh, there it goes. 98 is around the time I started retro for the first time. Multi-gauntlet emulator, which became MAME. That's true. Yeah, so, you know, I was never... You know, like, I still have the Atari that we had when I was a kid, so I never really got out. I mean, it never seemed retro to me. I just realized that fewer and fewer people were playing the games that I was playing. And then I just kept the old stuff. And every few years I would break out, you know, the old Atari and hook it back up. Okay, so this game is kind of Defender. So these guys, kind of like a cross between Defender and... I don't know why it's doing that. So you got your little radar down there. We can see where bad guys are. Kind of easier to see on the radar than they are in real life. And, yeah, okay, so let's let's define buttons. Menu, hold, cancel, enter. Except for I don't have a keyboard hooked up. This will be terrible. Okay, I should not have started that without a... no, this is going to be... I should not have started this without a... okay, press right, left, down, up, triangle, circle, cross, square, select, and then for start, I'm just going to press R2, and then L1, R1, L2, R2, L3, R3. Let's see if this works. Oh no. If only I had a USB keyboard. Does anybody know if I have to reboot the MiSTer for it to see this keyboard? Now I'm going to go flashlight so I can see the MiSTer. Okay, now we have a keyboard hooked up. Let's try this again. Okay. Right, left, down, up, triangle, circle, cross, square, select, start, L1, R1, L2, R2, L3, R3, okay. And then enter finish. Okay. So now it's still pausing, but I got rid of the pause button. Why would it pause if I remap the pause button to something else? Oh yeah, I do have my blue lights on. Huh. Okay, hold on. All right, we're rebooting the MiSTer. And while we're rebooting the MiSTer, look at this. We can go to Office 1. And that's a little better. It's actually not. It's a little. There we go. Okay. Console P. That's true. Yeah, that would be the other option. I was kind of trying I was interested in trying more stuff on the PlayStation 1, but That you are right. All right, let's see what we can. Hey, Jason Warrens, how are you? We are struggling. The boys are struggling tonight with the PlayStation Core. I don't know why it keeps pausing this game. I have played lots of other games on this, and none of them have had a problem with pausing. Well, the problem is I only got to the A's, so I'm still working my way through the A's. All right, let's... Okay. Hope, do we have any regulars from Florida? I hope everybody in Florida is doing all right. Okay. Now I'm coming for you. Alright, it's not, so far it's not randomly pausing the game, so that's good. Maybe I just had some kind of weird glitch. Let's cross our fingers. While I beat this dude up, oh, look at that, it's a left, it's a right. You could kind of, the best part was if you put it on 2-player mode and then you just played by yourself and you could beat the crap out of this guy. Look at me. Oh, he's taking the lead. This is it's a 14-13 round. Oh, just gotta stay out of reach. Come in for the jab. Oh, not a lot of strategy in this one. But fortunately, he had some nice long rounds to give the old joystick a workout. Yeah, I think the bay with all the water gun is going to find it in about 12 hours. I don't know how long it takes for it to come back in, but my favorite part of these hurricanes is the new reporters that get sent out in the middle of it. And the wind's just blowing. They're like, I don't know if you can hear the wind, but it's sure blowing. Yeah, we can hear it. And you know what I like is when every single thing that they go, get a picture of that, get that, and it's like cardboard blowing down the street, and they're like, there's debris everywhere. Well, it's cardboard blowing down the street in Florida. Oh, come on now, hold that lead. He's going for the belt. The title is his. Woo! 50-45. He gets the title. The welterweight champion of the world. White boxer. Yeah, they didn't really have names or anything. All right. Oops. I want to do that. I want to do this. All right, this is working much better. Okay. Hurricane ball bag. Yeah, trampolines are kind of like wind sails around here. People have them, but they don't. What's the difference between Crackpots and Kaboom? That looks very similar. We're not playing Dolphin. It's terrible. That's good. Alright, here we go. This is a game I will be terrible at, but This is definitely one that we own, that I played. Yeah, I don't. You know, some of the cores, well, you can map it, I guess, but it's all analog. So even though you have or it's all digital, you have the analog controller, but I think the core just sees it as digital. All right, here we go. Let's. Oh, no, that time I did it. That time I didn't do it. Button for gas. Left and right to steer. Oh, big corner. Well, you gotta hold down on the gas. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not pausing this game. Oh, there's some good sound effects. And I remapped the pause to a different button, so it's not a problem with the controller. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna fire this up later on the PC. I'm gonna run this and see if it has a problem with randomly pausing. It's just some kind of, oh, here we go. I don't know when the last time it was updated. Yeah, you know what? It was updated today or yesterday. I think I saw on the Discord. So maybe there is something that got introduced. Turns out it's hard to watch, read chat, and drive a race car. Or an Enduro car. Oh yeah, the dirt here. Oh boy. I don't know what else. I wonder if you could map it to. Can you map it to nothing? Although I think I don't know if you need it. If you need the pause button. Yeah, I know it's not the stick. I know it's not the stick because I use the stick for. I mean, I use it for everything. I mean, unless it went bad in the last 10 minutes, which is possible. Oops. I keep thinking. Hey, I wonder if I do this. Nope. Right, left, down, up. Triangle, circle, select. No, you can't. Oh, F2 clear. Let me try this again. Right, left, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Select. F12 clear all. User menu. Oh, undefined. Okay. There, let's try this. Oh, but you need it for this. You need it for this video. Yeah, see, you gotta press start when you get back to this. It was a good plan until that point. Uh, it was good up until that. I guess I could unmap that key every single game. That doesn't seem really worth it, worth everyone's time. Level 1. That seems like about our pace tonight. This is not one that I normally play on the Atari 2600. I was a Commodore guy for my hero. Oh, there's a spider. H.E.R.O. Yeah, yeah. H.E.R.O is such a classic. I did a Sprite castle about H.E.R.O a long time ago. You know that it doesn't help that I've now put a blinding white light right in my eyeball. Yeah, I agree with you, Jason. There's sometimes it's fun to troubleshoot, and oh boy, and sometimes you just want to turn the lights out and go home. When they say you got to make sure to catch the football before you start running, you got to make sure you drop the bomb before you run away. There we go. Yay! Something went right. Holding out for a hero to the end of the game. And he's gotta be green, and he's gotta be blue, and he's gotta have a helicopter on his back. Oh, that might have been it. Well, I wanted to do, I wanted to pick the different level, but, alright, we'll try it again. Although I just did this. She was here, but now you can't see her because there's been a total eclipse of the heart. Turn around, bright eyes! Oh, you can't blow that up. Once upon a time I was in a cave. Now I'm only shooting a spider. I really should be doing those Amigos songs with Boat. Nothing I can do but saving a blue wino in a cave. Usually when you have the option like to go down a way where there's no creature or where there's a creature, you should always go where the creature is, because then you walk into a bat. That was my Ozzy Osbourne impersonation. I just walked headfirst into a bat. I was shooting. Alright. Boy, they could be a lot of heroes. A lot of heroes. Getting cocky now. Can go either way. Don't matter to me. Hello, my blue friend. Why, hello there, my blue friend. I'm to save you once again. Because the lanterns here are acting up. There's some spiders and butterflies, shoot 'em up. And I died when I touched that blue wall. Then I fall. The sounds of H.E.R.O. Alright. That's enough of that. Oh my gosh. Oh, blue lava. Alright, let's see what else we got. Alright, we're gonna try Kaboom with the controller. I can't imagine it's gonna go well, but we're gonna try it. Oh yeah, that's not gonna go well. Yeah, oh boy. I would say they feel pretty good, but this one doesn't feel good. That joystick. Oh no. Oh boy. Good luck. Yeah. Oh, that one's not long for this earth. So again, this is Atari Classics, Atari 2600 games running on the PlayStation core. Now there's a couple here that I like. Yeah, we're getting into some. I want to see a bunch I like in a row. Well, the problem with Kaboom is, now this is, that color's not right. This doesn't look right at all. It doesn't look right. And it's not smooth. I wonder why the colors are completely wrong. This one's not good at all. Hello, hello. I'm just a neighborhood Keystone Cop, picking up briefcases and on pursuit of this bloody criminal. He's running through the mini mall. Oh yeah. Oh, look how fast he cheated. Do you see that? I always like to jump up and conk him in the head. It's really hard to see that bouncing ball on these messed up colors. It's going to be harder to see that radio in a minute. Alright, we're doing this. Wait for the elevator. I barely saw that. So 2 screens over, there's another radio. Oh, there's a briefcase. I'm afraid to do it just without... I guess you could do it. Oh, I missed the elevator. Boy, it's difficult to see all the things on here. Tarantara, tarantara. I don't think anybody's going to get that joke, but it's alright. Oh boy, he's making his getaway. It's now or never. Well, I enjoy this game. I did a You Don't Know Flack a long time ago about the Atari 2600. And I talked about this game, and if you remember, it's a very tear-jerking story, and it's a story about where my grandma asked me what I wanted for Christmas one year, and I said I wanted Keystone Kapers, and she said she couldn't afford that, and I was like, well, then I guess I don't want anything. And I was pretty young, and then for Christmas that year, she got me Keystone Kapers, and I was like, oh, hooray, she got me something I wanted. And then, you know, when I got a few years older, I found out that she collected aluminum cans for spending money, and she was poverty level income, and I felt terrible about it in my adulthood. But as a kid, I was just very happy because I got to play Keystone Kapers. But, yeah. Alright, that's enough Keystone Kapers. I like Keystone Kapers, but the colors on that are so terrible. It's odd. I wonder why they had that set up like that. I also wonder why you have to go back to it takes you to the menu where you have to do this and then it has to load this, when obviously this is the only possible place you would want to go in this game would be this menu. Now, Laser Blast, this was a big deal when it came out for a few reasons. Because this is the game that turned Space Invaders on its head. Because now you were the guy at the top shooting down. If you could... Oops. You always want to smash the guy when you're falling down, too. Trying to get my timing. haven't found it yet, obviously. There it is. Also, I always liked that the blue and red lasers have a very Star Wars feel. I believe it's a extra man every 1,000. Is that right? That can't be right. It is every 1,000. Plus, you got to be a cool UFO with that little spinning effect. The little guys on the ground kind of look like AT-ATs. It kind of look like they have little feet. And then it almost looks like when they shoot their guns that come up, almost looks like the AT-AT's head. Every now and then you get off your pattern and that's true. Without the lasers, it'd also be tough to kill anything. I know what you mean, visually. It's kind of the highlight. That and the glowing effect whenever you get shot on the way down. I never once in my life earned an Activision patch, but I don't... Does anybody know what the score needed for an Activision patch for this game is? I bet it's pretty high. We're going to do it today, folks. I'm in the zone now. Oh, I missed him. You dum-dum. This is pretty much, I feel like at any moment, the people from the last Starfighter are going to show up outside my house. They're going to be like, "You made it. We're going to have to take it away to help fight, defend Zur against, what is it, Zur and the Kodan Armada." A lot of people wrote down their high scores when they were kids. I don't remember if I ever did that, but if I did, I never saved them. It would be interesting to see, what my scores were back then versus now. I don't think I ever earned one, to be honest with you. Boys, and now when these guys are turning up the heat. Does anybody know what score you need to get a laser blast patch? Just play with him. Probably like 100,000 or something. Like, I think I'm doing good. Oh no. Oh, now I get lethal. $100,000, see? Yeah, I'm not even close. But I mean, the good thing is that you just earn so many extra men. Oh boy, they're going and dropping like flies now. I'm not even a fifth of the way there. I know that you can, if you're within the points, you can earn an extra man by falling to the ground and hitting, landing on the guy. Does that make sense? Like you could be out of men, but on your last man, if you earn extra man by smashing him, then you get to continue. That was kind of a convoluted way of saying that. Now we're gonna switch up the pattern. Oh. Confusing him now. I got the Michael Jordan focus now. Gotta get your tongue out like that. Oh boy. Little Kobe Black Mamba. Oh no. Oh no. Almost out of UFOs. The invasion's over. Oh no. Oh, I need a couple 100 points. Aha, extra man. Yeah, most of the Atari 2600 games weren't that tough to learn. There's, mostly because there's not that many controls. And another thing, a lot of games, the one that everybody goes to is E.T. And first of all, if you've played many Atari 2600 games, you know E.T. is really far from the worst game on the Atari 2600. I mean, it's not a bad game. The problem is, I think, one of the reasons why it got such flack is because, you have basically a kid's franchise, right, or a kid's license, but you've made a game that's too hard for kids. And the other thing is, people don't know how to play ET. People don't read the instructions, and then they just run around and go, "I'm in a hole. I don't know what happened." Well, you got to read the instructions. You got to learn how to play. And there were a lot of Atari games that were like that. Didn't make a lot of sense. I mean, have you ever tried to play Indiana Jones or Raiders of the Lost Ark without reading the instructions? I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff in that game. You got to use 2 joysticks. You got to play a magic flute. You got to blow up you got to do all kinds of weird stuff. So, yeah, it's just a game that doesn't. It's complicated. I saw someone, I can't remember who it was. It was somebody got really upset on Twitter not too long ago because I think it was Retro. I think it was Neil who kind of insinuated that there wasn't a video game crash of '83. Now, I'll say this on the topic. Now, I did an entire You Don't Know Flack about the video game crash of '83. And so everybody has their own thing. It's just like talking about Y2K. Everybody has their own... Oh, was it you they were upset at? The thing about Y2K is... A lot about Y2K is people's... I was reading text and look at that. See, I only need shoot one guy, and then I got a man. There we go. Boy, I'm on borrowed time at this point. A lot about Y2K has to do with your personal experience. A lot of people are like, well, nothing happened, but nothing happened because a lot of stuff got fixed. I was, that's it for me. I was driving around the country patching servers so that nothing would happen. So, Laser Blast is a good game. I think the same thing about the video game crash for me, personally, and for a lot of people like me, is that by 1983, we had a computer by 1980, and so I had an Atari, but by the time the video game crash was happening, if you think about the video game crash, all the video game crash in 1983 meant to me was that there were cheap games. Games just got really cheap. We went to the local drugstore, and I remember games being like $5 or something like that, or 3 for $10. So that was 83, and then you got Nintendo by 85. Oh, I'm already playing. This is Megamania. I know there's a different control switch. There's one where you control your bullets, and there's one where your bullets always go straight. And I always thought this first round of UFOs looked like Pizza Hut logos. I remember for the longest time, and of course your ship looks like the Enterprise. I did not have this game, but a cousin of mine had this game. I was very jealous. Oh, did it again. Purple's very hard to see on this monitor. It's very hard to see, especially since I'm looking into this light. Now you start getting into your different patterns, although I've wasted so many men. These guys, this is the pancake bunch. I'm letting them get too low already, I'm going to be in trouble. Couldn't get over. There's a Commodore 64 game called Game Maker, and it came with this game. This is one of the games that it came with. So for me personally, when people talk about the video game crash, I had in my living room, we had got rid of our TRS-80 and had both a PC Junior and an Apple II. Plus, I still had an Atari and was getting cheap Atari games. So when people were like, you know, how did the video game crash affect you? And my answer is, I got a lot more games. So that was, now, you know, if I had been older, if I'd worked in the industry, there, you know, I might have seen it differently. But as a kid, that was how as a kid, I didn't notice it, to be honest with you. I didn't know there was a video game crash until years later. You know, I mean, I remember I had Enter magazine that started coming out, I think that's 84, and they were talking about the 7800 and ColecoVision and you know, all that stuff. So it's a very, very weird thing. I mean, obviously I do know that they're, you know, they call it the video game crash and stuff, but it just didn't affect me. You know, I have a point of reference that a classmate of mine, there was a show after school on Channel 34, and it was some guy and he dressed up like, oh, I couldn't go over anymore. He kind of dressed up like a safari guy, and they showed cartoons or whatever, and they gave away an Atari, and he won it. And I remember him saying, like, wow, you know, like, it was kind of a thing, like, the Atari was kind of over by then, by 83, and he was kind of bummed out that that he hadn't won one earlier. But anyway, yeah, it's just kind of a weird thing. Like I said, it's, you know, for me, I mean, all of 1983, I was playing computer games and Atari games, and my neighbor had an Intellivision, and you know, within a year or two, I'd have my Commodore. So, it just didn't personally affect me. I didn't know about it. I just knew games were cheap for a while, and like games had gone on sale. But I mean, you know, sometimes clothes go on sale. Like stuff was just on sale. Like I didn't realize there were some extenuating circumstances. This emulation on this particular game feels pretty good. It's so good that I would have done that on a real system, and I did it on this. Uh-oh. Yay. That was terrible. That was embarrassingly bad. I can't play Pitfall without mentioning Racing the Beam. If you haven't read Racing the Beam and you read books at all and you enjoy old developer stories and things like that, go read Racing the Beam. It's just such a fantastic look at the technical side of the challenges involved in programming games for a system that had 4K and no video RAM. It's something else. I think I was about 30 when someone told me that you could actually beat Pitfall. I had no idea that there was an ending to Pitfall. I just thought you just went forever and until you ran out of time or whatever. Like I didn't. Oh. I literally was just kind of clueless. I'm sure I must have known that from the manual or something. I could play me some Pitfall. I have to focus a little bit more, but I could definitely play some Pitfall. Oh, is that Steel Rat? I didn't know if I didn't see you sneak in, buddy. We showed, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but we showed some pictures of the skeleton assembly. This doesn't feel it's not quite right. Yeah, something about the emulation on this is not quite right. It feels sluggish. Feel like your ship feels really heavy, like moving it. It's not quite. You can't really move as quickly as normal. And I've told my River Raid story. Oh, we're back to the... Now, I might actually hit that pause. No, I did not hit that. No, it's back. It's back. Well, I'm wondering if I haven't found a bug in this for some reason. I would say that the colors in this are just a little off. That's a little... I just wanted to see what that looked like. I used to... this is a game that we used to play when we first got our big screen TV, and when it pauses at the most inopportune times. There we go. Yeah. Boy, this is a strange bug that has come into this. Like I said, I don't know if I've got if there's a PSX. You know what we're going to do is right at the end, we're going to try something here real quick. A lot of good Activision games on here. Stampede. This is a strange... This is one that we owned. Yeah, well, it's a painful undocumented feature. There's another undocumented feature. How come I'm not getting these? That's there we go. That was weird. Don't you normally just scoop those things up? don't seem to remember these being that difficult to catch. Oh, missed that one. So the key to this game, which I didn't realize as a kid, is bumping everybody up. Oh, which I just messed up on. Yeah, I know. Rootin' tootin'. No, I could do one. Hold on. I got to channel my uncle. Well, I'm gonna gotta get my saddle, and I'm gonna head up yonder to go gotta get me some tobacco. That's not really impressive of my uncle. But I do always like to point out that my uncle, oh, look at that, there they all go. My uncle calls me Rob. Oklahoma is literally cowboy territory. Oklahoma. Have you not seen the movie Oklahoma? I literally see people wearing cowboy hats every day. There's cows all around my house. I mean, not when Steel Rat was over the other night. When you go out on my back porch, you can hear cows. No, I don't want to quit. Yes, you should watch the musical Oklahoma. Come on. See, I don't remember the lasso going through. I mean, it's possible. I must have bad memory. Oh boy. If my memory is as bad as my game playing skills, then all bets are off. I don't remember seeing the lasso go through them so often. That's weird. Alright. Let's see if there's any last ones here before we put this to sleep. And then I'm going to try something real quick just to try out my controller just to make sure I'm not losing my mind here. Alberta is the Texas of the North. We are about 2 hours away from Texas of the South. The Texas of the South being Texas. Nope, it's back. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're done with this. We're going to wrap things up here in just a second.